Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Media. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM from Houston, Texas. New York Times on May 10, 2021 reported on an online cheating charges brought about by Dartmouth Medical School on 17 medical students. They accused one student named Z of cheating on an online computer test. In addition to that, they also accused 17 students of cheating on remote computer tests. In fact, Dartmouth said it was monitoring his activities using a learning management system for the past 3 months remotely. I want you to pay attention to every word I am saying. And their data indicated that he had looked up course material related to one question during each test. And of course, the medical school honor code says this is a violation of the honor code and he could be expelled from the medical school. And here are students protesting in front of the dean's office asking for justice, asking for an appeal, asking for fair hearing. Is that an unreasonable demand? No. We'll see what the school's response was. The students, along with the faculty members, wrote letters. I'm talking about 24 faculty members complaining of unfair treatment and turning this Ivy League campus into a national battleground over escalating school surveillances during this pandemic far beyond the confines of educational boundaries. Computer cheating, it's nothing new. All right? When you are doing an online computer test, there are many different ways you can look up an answer for a question. Please don't misunderstand me. I'm not giving you any absurd tricks on how you can do it. Well, you can have your notebook, or you can have a separate iPad or another computer on the side, or you can have a friend look up and tell you. Of course, the universities are not that stupid. They have the technology built in with the webcam, and in addition to that, they also ask you to download a software so that they can take control of your computer. Now you're talking about privacy. Look what the universities are doing. Now they can take control of your computer. They can see what information you have on your computer. They can see what files are open. They can see what data is being utilized. In addition, they can track every keystroke. Are the universities going beyond their legal limit to test and see whether the students are complying with their test guidelines? Are they impinging on the privacy of the students' computer, their lives? This is a much broader question. In response to the students and the faculty protests, this is what the student affairs body recommended, that student Z would have a better outcome if he expressed remorse and pleaded guilty. And student Z, he felt he had little choice but to agree. This reminds me of things happening in a prison cell. Well, the prison guard comes in and says, hey, you want lunch today? You're going to listen to exactly what I say. Come on, is this really legal? Is this a coerced confession? What is he, a prisoner of war? Isn't there a due process? Isn't there a fair hearing? My question is, should the faculty affairs be prosecuted for coercing a student to tell a lie? What do you think? And on top of that, they want to tarnish his record for good, so that his report card would have he is a cheater without establishing the facts. How would you like if it happened to you or one of your children? More and more invasive approaches Taking care of your computer, following your eye movements, tracking your keystrokes, analyzing your hard drive. Where is this computer invasion going to stop? What are they trying to achieve? Are these faculty members or the administrators God? They want to control every step of your way in the university campus. The technology experts have said these are highly invasive, they are insecure, they are unfair and inaccurate. Since these technology experts are the ones who implemented this software and are the ones who know the limitations of this software, shouldn't the university be paying attention to these technology experts talking about both the pros and cons of monitoring students remotely using all this hyper-invasive technology? Technology can only go so far. In fact, the same kind of technology was used to catch people violating traffic lights in Texas. And after a hearing from the public, these traffic light cameras were taken off the street. There are many things that can change between the cup and the slip. I, as an expert, can go in and insert things which were not there and create whatever you want, because I have 1,400 videos on my YouTube channel and I know how to create a video to get you whatever you want. In a real situation, as a medical doctor, I've been a doctor for 40 years, I'm a cardiologist. In a real situation, if I have a question about a new drug I want to prescribe to a patient and see how it interacts with the other drugs this patient is taking, what do? I look up the information on the prescription drug report, or I call the hospital pharmacist to look at all the other drugs the patient is taking and see if there is a major interaction. We are doctors. We are not robots. We are not computers. The broader question we need to really ask is, do these people who write these exams have they really practice at bedside like the real doctors do? 90% of the questions that are asked in these dumb exams are totally irrelevant to what you do as a doctor, either a primary doctor, a surgeon, a cardiologist, a neurosurgeon, or whatever your field is, and what you do in real life. So why are these people being tested for something that they will never use 90% of the time in their lifetime? My question is, you need to have a general knowledge. You need to have a broad understanding of the basics of medical physics and foundation. You need to be able to find answers to a given problem when you're facing it with a patient. What do you do as a primary care doctor? If somebody has a chest pain, has an abnormal EKG, you call and get help from a cardiologist. And you should know when you should get help from a specialist. So why not we make all these tests open book? Because the purpose is for them to learn, not to be penalizing them with these esoteric questions of what is happening in a congenital heart disease in some part of remote Africa, which you may never see in your lifetime here in the United States. They should be asking practical and sensible questions. Hell with this negative except and those statement answers with 3 lines for each statement. These are ridiculous, these are stupid, they don't test the reality of what's to do when we are dealing with patients at bedside. Ask questions, the answers for which answer 80% of the situations that we face in real life. So all these people sitting in ivory towers creating these demonic questions, they have no clue as to what are the things that we face in real life. I think it's time to reform this antiquated testing system and become more practical, become more pragmatic, and see what we really face in real life. What do you think about it? How would you like to reform this system? I am Dr. NIK NIKAM from Houston, Texas. Thank you so much for watching, and please do subscribe to our channel.